We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Miami Dolphins. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
Once again, it's Henderson. Stays on his feet. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Busts through the tackle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
May going to give it to Henderson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That's another Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll go again with Henderson. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll throw with May. Left side caught by Diggs. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
Gibson here running out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
This 2nd and 4. They run the toss now with Gibson. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Second and 10. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Watch it up. Hey, get set. 21, 22.
Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. 55-yard punt, 11 on the return. And the Patriots take over.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. What's that?
To the air, May. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
And the Patriot first down.
Henderson running straight ahead. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's May. Under pressure, and they get to him again. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Baringer on to punt for the Patriots. Malik Washington deep for Miami. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Here's Tua. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be second down. The Dolphins 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
2nd and 7.
Hey, get set. 20, TX. Hey, come on,
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Looking to pass. Tua. And going deep for Hill. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Pats force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
From the shotgun, May with it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
Crazy. Hey, five.
Looking to throw. May. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's Bryce Baringer on now to punt.
Baringer in punt formation for the Patriots.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
All right, come on.
And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
First down.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a first down to open the drive.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Solo left Zion.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. A yard all they need, but it's third down.
18 yards. It's now third down.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Defense was expecting run, and they're down to pass of over 15 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Quick slant complete to OBJ. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Out. Let's go. Hey, long.
Tua going to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score.
Jake
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you know, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. Get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's Scoop. Does the big boy have the juice? And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come back and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Hey, low, 21G. Hey, 21G.
Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Odell Beckham, 35 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here this third quarter. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Gets this complete to Butte. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a bit of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw, it's May. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
A 4-yard
short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy, crazy.
And he's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here's May. Short pass caught by Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Now, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Throwing here is May. Short pass caught by Henry. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Matt Prater on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Prater's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
At their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out looking to repeat that, Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the gun, it's Tua. And moving it in right side here, Beckham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
At the 47-yard line.
Running left, Achane. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
Again, it's Achane. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 64 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. A give left side. Here's Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will add to their fourth quarter lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie it. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Fighting his way through contact. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Diggs in motion right. They go play action now. May. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
1st down. A gain of 19 yards.
They'll throw with May. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Patriots, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Crazy.
Back to throw now on 1st down. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. Henderson is into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. So part one of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Ready, shot. 22.
Tua sets up to pass it. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards.
10 at the 19-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And he stopped immediately there.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
Get set. Ready, team.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down.
Ready, team. Let's go. 21G, 21G. Out.
Now Tua. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's 1st and goal.
Ready. Ready, team. Get on.
Achane is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts
A loss of 2.
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hey, get set.
Achane is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Ready. Out.
They'll try and run it with Achane. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 4th and goal.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Sanders' kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Patriots' 46-yard line.
Well, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the Dolphins, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.